Welcome to Surrey TV. I'm Victoria Durand, and this week we're getting all arts and crafts at Grayshott Pottery near Hindhead. Let's go and see what they've got in store. This was described as the most advanced and jaw-dropping car the world has ever seen on a recent edition of Top Gear. Why are we mentioning this? The show is recorded in Surrey and the car hand-built by McLaren Automotive in Woking. The P1, which we featured in our 25th of October 2013 news, is probably one of the most extraordinary cars ever made. The P1 is a hybrid supercar with figures that reset the standards of car performance. A number of these cars have been sold to English buyers, so it's quite possible you'll see one on the roads in the county. With new models to have come from McLaren, some have said we're experiencing a moment in history that is not unlike what happened in the 1950s northern Italy, when a certain Italian supercar manufacturer made its name very prominent in the automotive world. We'll keep you informed of all new developments at McLaren as they're released to us here at Surrey TV. Residents of the county are going to extraordinary lengths to cope with the recent flooding. Centre Stage Dance and Drama's production manager Graham Pountney is no exception as he begins building his own boat in the garage. The rowing boat isn't for the floods, however, but for the performance of Centre Stage's production of Peter Pan and Captain Hook at the Leatherhead Theatre on March the 15th. The show will include 150 local children from schools in Surrey, and the script has been specially adapted to ensure that all have a part in this colourful extravaganza. The show will have two performances on that Saturday the 15th of March, and tickets are available from theleatherheadtheatre.org. Click on the What's On tab and scroll down to Peter Pan. The Guildford Fringe Festival has released its application forms for acts that wish to be a part of this year's festival in July. With a huge variety of acts being planned for the town, it will be an entertaining month in venues including the Back Room at the Star Inn, the Bellaby Studio at Glyve, the Keep Pub and Clandon Wood. Visit guildfordfringefestival.com for full details on how it all works. For an application form, email info@guildfordfringe.com. Deadline for entries into the printed brochure is the 31st of March 2014. Talking of arts and crafts, I've now got here with me the very inspirational wildlife artist Richard Simmons. So Richard, lots of people might not know this, but you are actually an aerial photographer as well.
It is, yes. I have a little sideline business which is taking aerial photography, and I do all the estate agents' work for them around Surrey, all the big mansions around here. But I bought this little piece of kit here for another reason, was to photograph wildlife. We can talk about that later, I know. But while I had this, I went out to Chertsey and took it up to see all the floods that have been going around there. There's been huge devastation around there. People have lost their homes, and it's been really terrible for them. But one of my concerns was the wildlife that lives in the floodplains around there. You know, badgers and water voles and rabbits and anything that actually burrows under the ground. So I took my little GoPro camera up on this quadcopter down here, and just the extent of the flooding was unbelievable. And that's what I've been using this for recently. And the BBC found my footage, and it went absolutely ballistic. It's been all over the place. So.
Amazing. Can we see it in action?
You certainly can. Right, I just have to press go on the little camera. And here we go. It's going to sound like a swarm of bees.
Whoa.
I'll just point it to the camera. Now, if you look in the little monitor here, I'm going to fly this up over there. Away she goes. You're going to see in the monitor what the little camera at the front is saying. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I can zoom it around. We
Amazing
can fly around the British countryside, or the Surrey countryside. Now I'm going to just take it there and hover it, and I'm going to point the camera down, and now we can see where we are today at the pottery.
Oh, here we are.
You can wave. Hello.
Hello. Cool.
And this is what I was doing. I was going up there, and the camera on there will take photographs every 5 seconds, and I can just literally map and photograph all the rivers that have burst and all the, as I said, all the floodplains, and see the extent of the damage that these floods have caused.
And so you're taking this to Africa?
I am. I know. I'm so excited. I try and go to Africa every 2 or 3 years to get material and reference to paint. And I got this little baby about 2 years ago, and I haven't been out with it yet. So yeah, I'm really excited. It's going to go in my hand luggage. And I'm going to take it out there. And one of the things I do want to film actually is pride of lions. When they're asleep in the day, they're very, very lazy, and sometimes you can't get very close to them if they're hiding. So I thought by taking this out, I'm going to do it nicely. I'm not going to upset anything. I'm going to fly to a distance that I feel safe and I'm not upsetting them, where they will start to look up at this and think, my goodness, what's that? And I should get some amazing footage.
And are you doing another life-size painting as well? Is that right?
That's right. It's nearly coming up to a 10th anniversary where, I mean, people that do know my work probably know me from I did kind of a world's first life-size elephant, which was a 15-foot canvas, huge, great thing, and it was a life-size bull elephant from South Africa. And my aim is now to go out to Africa, find another bull elephant, and do another life-size painting for next year, 2015.
Wow!
So I'm really excited about that. And this little gadget, as I said, will be coming with me out there. So.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. And are you maybe going to do a bit of filming for us at some point for SurreyTV?
Well, I think that could be a big possibility, yes. I think you like toys and gadgets here, don't
Definitely.
you? So, yes, for sure. I will definitely be coming to play with my helicopter with you guys, for sure. Yes, definitely.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure.
The Lightbox Gallery in Woking has told SurreyTV that the Renoir exhibition is breaking all previous exhibition visitor numbers. Many of the initial visitors have travelled from all over the country to see this unique collection. The fact that the exhibition is totally free means this rare opportunity to see some of Renoir's work in the flesh is available to everyone. The exhibition runs until the 20th of April, and the Lightbox is open from Tuesday to Sunday from 10:30 AM to 5 PM. We're now here to see the man in action, Yaroslav, who's the production thrower here at Grayshott Pottery. So Yaru, tell us about what you're doing here.
Well, now you see me making these carafes, but basically every day, whatever comes, we make it in quantities and quantities, like hundreds, 150 of these today.
Looks like a real skill.
Well, what you see today is 24 years of experience, and it keeps growing as we go with it, I suppose.
And do you do demos through the day?
Well, basically I sit in the area where the customers can visit us and talk to us, and that's part of my job really, to make and to talk about what I make.
Colston-based Cycling Made Easy have reported a growth in sales of their electric bikes. So much growth, in fact, they are now moving to bigger premises in Colston. Neil Ridolfer from Cycling Made Easy told SurreyTV that many of their customers have said that they've been interested in cycling but put off by the effort required to get over some of the hills in Surrey. The electric bikes are the perfect solution to this, as they now come in all shapes and sizes for road, off-road and even folding e-bikes for commuting. We'll feature more about e-bikes in the coming weeks, but you can find out more about what's available now by visiting cyclingmadeeasy.co.uk. Leatherhead local magazine, launched by the charismatic Zen George, is celebrating its 100th issue this month. Launched in October 2005 as the Leatherhead Local, the first edition was printed in black and white and delivered to a mere 2,000 homes. 8 years later, the magazine is delivered to 10,000 homes in Leatherhead, Ashtead, Fetcham and Langley Vale. Zen told SurreyTV, back then I could never have imagined how much this little magazine would be taken into the hearts of the local community. The magazine is available from Ashtead and Leatherhead libraries and the customer service desk in Sainsbury's in Leatherhead. Or you can read the magazine online at ashtead-leatherhead.com. Like SurreyTV, the Ashtead and Leatherhead magazine is free and celebrates all the good things going on in the county. The relaunch is the final step in bringing together Shooting Star and Chase after they merged in 2011 to provide better care to families living in London and Surrey. The new brand comes as a charity announced demand for services has increased to unprecedented high levels. The new branding will be seen in all marketing and promotions from this week. I'd now like to introduce you to the Managing Director of Grayshott Pottery. It's Chris Greenaway.
That's correct, yeah.
So Chris,
welcome.
You've been here, thank you. You've been here a very long time, I understand.
37 years.
Wow.
So straight from school.
It's impressive. And how long has this site been here?
Well, the pottery's been going since 1956 and it's been on this site since late 60s.
So there's a lot of history here, isn't there?
There's a lot of history. I mean, the actual area that is the shop used to be a laundry, and that laundry was for the school, the girls that used to come out of the school next door so that they had a place of work. So the pottery actually started in the laundry section and then it has grown over the years since then.
Wow, and so visitors who come here, what can they expect to see or get involved in?
When they come here, they can usually come and see a traditional hand-thrown potter, so they can see him making a pot the normal way by hand, or the old way as I say it. Not always here every day, but they can see that. Also they can see the decorating of the studio art ceramics that we do, and then if they want to, they can also book a tour, which we have in the mornings and afternoons, so that they can come on a free tour, come round the pottery and have a look at how everything is made, so they get guided round.
Wow, and you also have special events that happen every now and again.
We do.
How can we find out about any events that might happen?
Well, those events you can find out either online, or we do encourage people also to ring us up, because some events we know they're coming in the future, but they may not be online, and we can actually take a customer's details and let them know when an event is coming up that they are interested in. So for example, for some of the adults, we have events that are specifically made for them, where they can decorate a studio art piece, and that's usually about up to 8 people, so it's quite specialised. So they can ring in if they've got some interest, or they can keep an eye online. And
there's things for children as well?
Yeah, that usually comes around about half term, so there are special events where they can come and decorate some pieces. Those will be fired, and then they come and pick them up when they've been done, because they can't pick them up there and then, because the firing process takes a bit of a while.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having us here today, Chris.
You're more than welcome, more than welcome. Thank you.
With everything being pre-packaged and made so readily available these days, it's very easy to forget the level of craftsmanship involved in making some of these seemingly everyday objects. And here at Grayshott Pottery, that craft is brought to life, and what a lovely place to visit for both young and old. Thanks for watching SurreyTV. Take care and enjoy the county. Turn back on me. Okay.